Good morning. It is Monday, June the 7th. Check this out. We are going to be doing a build all the way through, and this is some sketchy shit right here. I mean, we're doing the best we can with what we have. Yeah, nobody called Daphne. You guys and gals out there that are subscribed are going to get to watch it. So I'm pretty stoked. We've got a school bus, and then we've got a 5500 diesel Chevrolet chassis that we're going to be blending together to make something pretty bitchin' for a good customer of ours. This is going to be interesting because we don't have any of the old crew here. I've got an all-new crew of millennials and one ancient dude, which would be Phipps. So literally 20 and 22 years old, and then Phipps. And as you know already, I don't do shit, so let's go tell them what I want. It's gonna be pretty rad. Millennials, unite! You too, Phipps. We'll call you a millennial because you're millennial aged. Look at this ragtag group of bus builders. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, well, we already know sort of what we're doing, but I had Gerald Martin do this little drawing. We want to turn those two things into this thing. We already know we're going with American Force wheels. They're going to make us a pretty bitchin' set of rims, but we got to get that bus body off and then the 5500 body off and marry them together, which the main thing I'm worried about is weight. What are we doing to lift this body off of the chassis? What's that body going to weigh? Probably
that
3,000?
body probably weighs around 6,000 pounds.
6,000?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and get the windows out of it, back it in the lift, put the arms through the windows as we back in because of the way the configuration is, and then we'll get bars that go across through the windows and we'll raise it that way.
Makes absolutely no sense, but cool, I'm down for it. So we got to get the body off, and then our other challenge is going to be paint. So I've got a friend of mine that has a paint booth for painting big stuff like this.
Okay.
So I think we got to build the thing all the way through, everything working, everything doing, and then drive it to the paint booth. We don't want to try to be disassembling and assembling like we do on a car. This is a big, I mean, we did that panel van once and it barely got in there, and this is twice the size.
Yeah, I measured, it don't fit.
It ain't gonna fit, not even down on the ground. How are we gonna move it around though? Like, we're gonna have to get under it and cut away everything we need.
We have to build a cart for it.
I wanna save the chassis. I wanna like run around and drive on the chassis. I mean, all you gotta do is drop the steering. And
that firewall should just unbolt from that bus. So we should be able to just unbolt the firewall, leave the firewall, pull the body.
What about the firewall on the new truck?
We're gonna make it bolt up to the body.
Are we gonna use that dash?
Use that dash, use that firewall, all the electronics, that way it's basically turnkey.
That's freaking cool. Okay, so I wish I knew how to tell y'all how to start this one, but I don't. So talk about it amongst yourselves. We're gonna have this thing slick. I wanna do black windows. Can we just buy new windows with black?
Yeah, that should be just a standard size window. We should be able to get black windows.
Okay, all new glass, all new rubber, all new everything. We've got some plans for the inside. I'm gonna have to find some seats because I wished it had its seats in it because he wants to move a lot of people. So we're gonna have to find original bus seats to go back in it.
Yeah, we'll go take a look at some seats. There's quite a few
bus
different
seats. If you put them all back in, those are for little kids. Those aren't for.
No, we're gonna bolster them and redo them.
Yeah, but they're little.
They'll fit you.
Well,
We'll make it work.
wheelchair accessible.
Let's see. The pressure is on. What's the unbelievable time frame that I'm supposed to tell the viewers so that they freak out and there's all that panic? We've bought the trucks. We've brought them here. We're going to dismantle them. We're going to marry them together, and we're going to roll out of here with something in how long?
I'm hoping 60 days.
60 days with 3 guys.
3 guys, 60 days from frame up.
I think that you can have this yellow chassis stripped, done, out the door, the bus sitting here with everything ready, stripped off of it and what have you. And that one stripped down by the end of the week.
I'm hoping to have possibly that frame cut and welded back together.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. We've got to cut that frame and add, what'd you say, 16 inches?
We got to cut out 14 inches out of the center and then add 16 to the rear.
Holy shit, dude.
So I'm thinking we have that done by Friday.
60 days starts now. So no TV magic this time. You're gonna see the Gas Monkey build as it happens all the way through. It's also one of our biggest builds as far as size, and it's a pretty damn expensive build too, because we had to start with a brand new 5500 chassis that we paid like 55 grand for. So you're gonna watch it in real time. Boom, get you some. Hey Phipps, That one's a lot bigger than the one you rode to school.
So what we're doing is Phipps and Kenny are working on the bus. Phipps is gonna pull the two backs out of those little partition pieces, and then we're gonna pull out the windows. So Kenny can get his apparatus of lifting the bus through the windows as we're backing that up into the lift. And so when we do that, we'll raise the body after we chop all the U-bolts out and pull the gas tank, and hopefully we'll have a body off today. And then I am working on getting that cab off, and then possibly have that cab off today too. So we'll find out.
Cool.
Sweet, get to work.
It's in 94, November 94, it had 75,000 miles on it. And the odometer right now reads 95, so.
All right, Kenny, what's up?
What's going on?
What you doing?
Cutting some metal up.
So this is gonna be used to...
Lift the body up off the chassis, off the old bus. Take it out to the lift. All the fun stuff. So these two are gonna be separate, and this is gonna be a standoff. It's gonna be one on each. That way you can put it in through the bus and be able to use the lift to lift it up, lift the body off the frame.
Look, we got some rough country shit came in. I think this is for the camera truck. So maybe we'll start that next week. Got us some wheels. Oh no, you're good, man.
Okay, we got 2 more to go, man.
Sweet. Yep, leveling kit, bed mat. I think these are the floor liners. The camera truck's gonna look sick. All right, so we had to take this corner piece off of the fender because the def thing goes through it. And then we took all the inner fenders out, disconnected all the lines. We discharged the AC, drained the coolant, drained the power steering. On this side, we had to dismantle the fuse box to get the body side harnesses out of it. We also had to take the master cylinder off, the hydro boost, and disconnect the lines for the hydro boost. Took the steering column off, parking brake, trans shifter cable, disconnected the batteries. That was a big one. And we'll try it. We'll see what happens. That would be off the chassis. All right, so now that that's done, we're gonna go help out Phipps and Kenny, and we're gonna knock that bus out. Let's go. All right, so we've got the whole firewall unbolted from the bus. We've got every window pulled out of it. We've got everything disconnected that we need to disconnect on the bus. We're going to drive the bus in here and we're gonna have Kenny swing the arms in as me and Phipps drive it in, and then we'll put these braces that we made through the windows, and hopefully in the next hour we'll have a bus body off the chassis.
There you go. Genius at work.
We just put our stand-ups in here, and then we'll raise it up.
It's up as high as it goes down. Right?
Yeah, well, we can always air out the tire and drop it down. We got 6 inches of the tire we can drop down. So we'll get it. You gotta trust me.
Take look here. Look right here.
Another thing we could do, if we can't.
Chase had to sit in the
we
front of
can
the
take this
bus.
off, and then we can have.
You think you're so funny now, huh, Phipps?
Hanging up too.
I think it's going all right. I mean, we already got the other truck completely torn off, and go have this body off in a couple more hours, so not bad for a day's work.
What? We might have to take the wheels off. It didn't air out as much as I wanted it to. So, not a big deal. Just another 20 minutes of time.
Not for you. You're fixing to leave.
We're at a spot where we measured and measured and measured, and the measurements didn't measure out right. So what we're gonna have to do is figure out a way to get the bus even lower to the ground, so we can try and get the body as high as we can get it. And that may be the wheels pulled off. It might be, who knows? That's for them to figure out. But we're gonna pick up another car. So.
We can flip these over.
Flip what over?
The arms.
Alright,
That'll make it higher.
Right.
It gives us.
Right, no, that's what I'm worried about, is weight distribution. If anything, we can go back farther, Kenny, and then grab grab the back half of this window and the back half of this window right here. And that way we're in the center. So we can go back more. You guys can just use it, push it with the forklift. It should roll on flat. Alright, we'll try that.
Lunchtime.
Why don't you make your pieces like this and get it in 4 spots with 4 different floor jacks? Can you go up that way?
Well, because you still got the tiles being the way then to roll it out from under.
That's for X-Nate.
If we just take that arm off, I think that'll work. Cause see, this one goes down. We can go way down here.
You have enough room in between.
Why can't we go way down? Oh, that one is as far back as it goes. It doesn't go straight.
Yeah.
That's the only
Okay.
problem with this lift.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's, worst case, we just pop the pin out. We wasted 20 minutes.
We'll get some help because those are heavy, I would assume.
All right, so this is going to be a group effort. Give me 1 second.
Well, if you cut it,
It won't be so big.
yeah, they won't fall down.
Let me get this off.
Yeah, let's whack it into a 4-inch blocks. Well, y'all are better off there because you're in the middle.
You got it. Hit the button.
What button?
Just real slack, just tack it. This a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Whoa, stop. All right, let's take a look and double check everything, guys. Make sure we like it. We got it up there. Yeah, the back ones aren't on his back. The only problem, any movement this way.
Oh, that'll keep it straight in there because it's in the jam. It won't roll.
All right.
We are having a problem of just making sure. Basically, it's just safety aspect of it. Is we don't want the bus to roll off and hurt somebody and/or damage the bus. So we're trying to make sure everything's going to be stable enough to move it, and that we're not damaging the body at the same time. So it looks like while we were gone, Kenny and Phipps got it pretty much where it's going to be perfect. We're going to try it here in a minute. So we'll see.
It's gonna come up a little bit crooked. Let me screw this, hold on.
So what they did is they took the firewall out of a truck and just bolted it to the body.
Okay.
So the steering wheel is going to stay in here so you can put the seat back on the frame and drive it out.
But you got to take the steering
You
wheel
gotta
out.
stop.
No,
Mr. Racing.
steering wheel stays with it.
Hey, we gotta stop. Put some angle.
Do what?
It's blowing this. Pushing this out.
Yeah, it is bony.
Going what?
That
The
beam.
leg. This leg.
It's starting. See how it's sitting up on this side? Right here? Well, watch it go up a little bit. Watch it.
Because it's not locked
It's
in.
also wanting to roll forward.
Yeah, because we're having an issue with.
Hey. Come back down. Close to here.
Yeah, come back down.
Yeah, we gotta rethink it, guys. Problem is, we just don't have the equipment that's full of this stuff.
Right.
We may have.
Wait, rent that shit. Let me get the forklift and let's make sure we're off on this.
But it's a jack.
You can try, Jack, but
I don't
I was
want
going to
to.
grab something firmer.
Well, make sure you got a piece of wood on it so that we don't scratch it or beat it up. Something's still hooked up. I still don't get it. If we pull the chassis, you've got to unhook the steering wheel.
But it's unhooked. This part,
Okay.
it's like the Model A's. Remember how they
Yeah,
set it down on them? But I also think doing those spindle wheels back that far or whatever, it's a lot easier than cutting that frame up.
What's the wood at?
Here, damn, be careful. I can screw it.
Let's put it on the fork. Something's still hooked up. Something's still hooked up, so we gotta find out. It's somewhere in the front that's hooked up.
Y'all got me all excited, brought me out here, and it's not even ready to come off.
You're easily excited.
You got 2 hours left in the day, though.
It's this body bolt right here, Phipps.
Where?
Is there one on each side?
Probably. Comes right off the frame and bolts to the body. Right there.
One back there. There it goes.
Are you on fire?
Not yet.
So what we're dealing with right now is a problem with weight and size. You know, we usually don't work on something this heavy or something this big. So we're trying to adapt what little stuff we have to make it work. And this thing's heavy, so we're gonna have to rethink it. Yeah, but it was bowing the arms.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna watch.
That's because it was pulling the chassis.
We need to knock it.
Our mini sledge.
Yeah.
No, you can take the tension off of it.
Oh, you got it. There you go.
There you go. Let me look at this other side. See, I'm not all the way back. Now we're straight, but our thing in the front, our pole inside there is not straight up and down. Okay. I'm at the same spot you are. And I'm on it. Hey, you look bowed as fuck. So do I.
The only thing we can do is come back on the inside of this. That way we're not so over.
Have that front end there.
See, I'm not quite straight. I'm just a little bit. You look way crooked. Yeah, you look more straight up and down now. Better. Chase, come look from my angle. What happens is it keeps wanting to roll.
Yeah, look.
Come down here and look.
Well, we left the battery cable on, so it started to push it.
Okay, but look from way back here where you can really see. From way back here where you can really see. The whole thing wants to roll. Because I watched y'all when y'all lined it up. It was straight as fuck.
Well, it wants to roll because we're still connected.
Okay.
And that's part of the problem.
Well, be careful.
The pedals. So we're gonna have to get that bumper off.
All right, get it up.
I mean, there's some room, but it's...
We're almost, I can push this button in.
We're still able to go up with it a little bit more.
This is what happens when Gas Monkey's not so equipped for this big of a truck. Normally, what they would do when they're building the bus is they'd run straps through here and they'd have an I-beam with a winch driven. They would just roll it into place. So we're trying to do it without all that. So maybe let off some tension. Oh, okay. Just put the truck in neutral and let it roll back.
Just 2 inches, and you go up a little bit more, or move it back so we can release that tension, and then we can slide it out.
Hold on. Hang on here. Hold on. I think we're maxed out on the lift.
Yeah, it's maxed out.
We're clear on the bumper bracket, just barely. We're either gonna have to drop the tank or we're gonna have to air out and roll it forward that way.
Oh, it might, yeah. Air it up, you mean?
Air out.
It has to go down.
The tank has to go down.
I think I put the things back around.
So we can get the Bailey card under here, change this plug, and then pull the pins off the front, but does the rear get held down in the back?
Well, it's just these two.
Those 2 bars?
Try letting the air out. Try letting the air out. You know what? Hey, never mind, we got to pull it.
See, this is where I would have just said, nah, screw it. Cut it. Let's get over here and help the guy.
Okay. Let's try this again. Hey, that tire's not going to clear it either.
Yeah, the brackets.
If you're talking about just those tank brackets, who cares? Just
whack them with the torch.
Whack them with either the torch or the plasma. Who cares? Watch out for the fresh gas laying around, though. Would be interesting.
Maybe why it didn't run, see?
What the fuck is holding it? There's always one more bracket.
Hang on, don't move that. So right now we're just tearing up the tires. We're getting the 150 back over here so when we raise up, we can pull it out. Because if you come look at the inside of the bus, you'll see that we have to come forward as we lift up at the same time. So see how the pedals are gonna hit the floor and the steering column is gonna be hitting the seat? What we're gonna have to do is raise up and pull forward all in the same sequence.
I've seen a lot of sketchy things. This is up there.
It's like 3 Miller Lights right there, all stacked onto one.
Yeah. As the lead person in charge right now, what do you think about this, Richard?
I'm not in charge of shit. I'm on the other side of the line. This is their deal. I'm just watching.
Daphne.
Yeah, nobody called Daphne.
So we still can't clear that step. So we're gonna drop the wheel and hopefully just leave the one side and we can drag it out that way because we're right there. So. That one doesn't really need it because it wasn't the.
I know that's gonna hurt in the morning swinging that thing laying down like that.
I've been doing it for the past, since I started doing it. I haven't done it.
Well, why aren't you any bigger than you are? Would you be all full of muscles or something?
Let it out, Phil.
Go ahead.
Hey, you want to go up here on the front corners?
Wherever we can.
Yeah, let's go here. Let's go here and here.
Yeah, wherever we can get it as far out and wide as possible.
Yeah, same in your pocket.
On those two.
Yeah, wherever we can get it as far out and wide as possible.
Yeah, same in your
That's
pocket.
structural.
It's actually already structural right in. All right, so there you go. We've got both trucks separated in one day with 3 guys. We're putting it down on the jack stands now, and tomorrow we'll be basically cleaning this up, getting ready to make the modifications, make the 2 firewalls match each other, and then we'll get down to business on fabricating everything that we need. This truck's going to be running and driving and doing everything it's supposed to do before we tear it apart to paint it. Wow, that was a hard day for me. Pretty hot. That's a beer. Right at the last minute. Yeah, we're all right. Everything's good. Oh, good job, man. Oh, your hands are dirty.
That's bullshit.
That's about how
But
low we want it too.
There you have it. One day, 2 bodies, including a bus would be one of them is a bus body. So I think that's pretty good. We nailed it.
So, y'all killed it. It's 6:30. Go ahead and go home and get back here in the morning and get started. That's the way it happens at Gas Monkey.